Yesterday, I dropped 560 plus odds on our Telegram platform and also on our YouTube channel. And unfortunately, just two games actually messed up our long bet because this particular market that you guys are seeing include just predicting the individual teams to win, or the match should end up as maybe probably under 2.5 goals, or both teams to score. So we are using AI prompts to generate most of these particular games, and we are just doing little editing on them. For example, if the AI is predicting us over 2.5 goals, we are not going for over 2.5 goals. Some of the games that you guys are seeing here that are predicted as away team to win or both team to score, most of them are combo tips. Most of them are games that are highly expected to end up as probably maybe away team to win and both team to score. But we are not using the combo tips because it is very risky. If you are going for the combo tips, you'll be getting something like 4 odds, 3 odds, and something around something very close to 5 odds. So we are using the alternative goal options, and that is the reason why we are getting a very small odds, and sometimes you'll be seeing 1.04 odd. All right, so just two games actually messed up our 560 plus odds. This particular game that you guys are seeing, I think it is under the Austria League, and actually I was seeing something suspicious about the odds, but probably maybe the bookmakers know more about things that we are not aware of. All right, so this happens to be the first game that actually messed up our sleeps, and the second game that also messed up our sleep is here. So it was predicted as a away team or under 2.5 goals, and I supposed to have suspect that something is actually wrong, because for me to be seeing 1.73 odd, I was like, oh, but I trusted the AI analysis. But the bookmakers that allocate the odd of 1.73 to the market, they know what they were actually doing. So this happens to be the only two games that messed us up yesterday. You guys can see the remaining game 560 plus odds yesterday. So today we are going to look into some of the games that we still have, and as you guys can see, 94% of our 560 plus odds came out to, and today we should be getting something very close to 1000 odds. Please guys, kindly make sure that you select part of it or filter it out yourself. No strategy is 100% accurate, although we are very close. We got 94% out of 31 games predicted, and today we should be getting something very close to 50 games. So please don't request for the booking code, only select the best out of the list. So if you guys feel like, okay, there are some games that we should include, there are some games that you want to add, make sure that you add games that are accurate to it. You can just pick 10 odd out of our long bets, the next one that we are going to predict in this particular edition, and let's win together. All right, so without wasting much of our time, I have a list of games that are highly expected to end up as either the favorite team to win or under 2.5 goals, or the favorite team to win or both team to score. So we are going to look into that together. All right, so the first list of games that we are going to look into are under the England Premier League, and we have, I think, just two games for today. So the first one that we have on the list is the match between Bournemouth against Leeds United. We have the analysis and reasons, and the best market that we can actually go for is predicting Bournemouth to win and both teams to score. So we are not going for the combo tips, we are going for the alternative goal option, which is Bournemouth to win or both teams to score. And for Burnley against Manchester City, naturally we are highly expecting Manchester City to win this game, so we are going for Manchester City or both teams to score. Instead of going for over 2.5 goals, we are going for both teams to score. All right, so let's check out the order allocation for each of these particular markets before we moved on to the next list of prediction made by this AI. All right, so the first one, Bournemouth against Leeds. home team or both team to score, that is 1.17 odd, as you guys can see here. And for the match between Burnley and Manchester City, so we are going for Manchester City or both team to score, that is 1.03 odd. Very small, it happens like that. All right, so let's move on to the next list. Right now on the next list, we have some of our games on the Spanish league, and the first one that we have on the list is the match between Elche against Atletico Madrid. And the best market option that we can actually go for is a straight win for Atletico Madrid and under 2.5 goals. That is all under 2.5 goals. Real Sociedad against Getafe. This game, the best market for that is Real Sociedad or both team to score instead of over 2.5 goals. The match between Barcelona against Celta Vigo, the best market option for that is Barcelona to win or both team to score instead of over 2.5 goals. So just 3 games to actually look into on the list for today: Atletico or under 2.5, Real Sociedad or both team to score, Barcelona or both team to score. All right, so let's check it out. So the first one, Elche against Atletico Madrid, that is away team or under 2.5 goals. Okay, but how come they are allocating a very small odd to Atletico Madrid, a very small odd to Elche? Something is wrong, but let us vibe with that. 2.99 odd to Atletico Madrid and 2.40 odd to Elche. That's a surprise, but we are going for the away team or under 2.5 goals. All right, so for Real Sociedad against Getafe, we are going for home team or both team to score. So that one is 1.30 odd. And for the match between Barcelona and Celta Vigo, we are going for home team or both team to score. So that one is also 1.03 odd. Right now we are moving on to the next list. So on the next list, the first game that we have there is under the France Ligue 1. That is the match between Paris Saint-Germain against FC Nantes. So the best market options that we can actually go for is PSG to win and over 2.5 goals, but we won't go for over 2.5 goals. We are going for both team to score. So we have a SC Telstar against Sparta Rotterdam. So the best market option for this one is under the Netherlands League. So the best market option that we are going for is straight win for Sparta Rotterdam and both team to score, or both team to score instead of combo tips. All right, so we are proceeding to the list of the games that we want to look into. So under the France League 1, PSG or both team to score, the odd will be very, very ridiculous. Okay, 1.03 odd. And Netherlands, Sparta Rotterdam to win or both team to score, that is a away team. So that one is 1.24 odd. All right, so we are moving on to the next list of games that we have. All right, now so our next list of game is under the England Championship. So that is where we have Birmingham City against Preston North End, and the best market option for this game is straight win for Birmingham and under 2.5 goals. That is all under 2.5 goals. And the next game on the list is Charlton Athletic against Ipswich Town. So we have Ipswich to win and over 2.5 goals, but instead of going for over 2.5 goals, we are going for both teams to score. And on the third for the third game, Middlesbrough against Sheffield Wednesday, the best market option for that one is Middlesbrough to win, and instead of over 2.5 goals, we are going for both team to score. And the fourth game on the list is Sheffield United against Blackburn Rovers. The best market option for that one is Sheffield United to win or both team to score. All right, so we have 4 games under the England Championship, and let's see the odd allocated to each games. So first, we are looking for Birmingham City to win or under 2.5 goals. The England Championship. So we have Birmingham City to win. That is home team or under 2.5 goals. So that one is 1.15 odd. The second one is Ipswich Charlton against Ipswich. That one is away team or both team to score. So that one is 1.17 odd. We have Middlesbrough against Sheffield Wednesday. That one is Middlesbrough to win or both team to score. That is home team or both team to score. So the odd seems to be ridiculous, 1.03 odd. So we have Sheffield United against Blackburn Rovers. So we are looking into Sheffield United to win or both team to score. That is home team or both team to score. That is 1.19 odd. Alright, so that's all under the England Championship. And next, we are looking into our next game. On our next list, we have Chinese Super League. And the first game that we have there is Liaoning Tierings Dalian Yimbo. Sorry if I can't pronounce their name very well, please. So this game that you guys are saying, the best prediction for that one is a straight win for Dalian and over 2.5 goals. But we are using the alternative goal option, and we won't be using the over 2.5. We'll be using the both team to score. And we have Qingdao West Coast against Henan FC. So straight win for Qingdao West Coast and both team to score. Okay, and proceeding, we have Shanghai Shenhua against Qingdao Hainyu. So the best market option for this one is straight win and over 2.5. But most of them, if you are going for straight win, you are going for both team to score. And naturally, in Chinese Super League, we should be expecting more goals because they score goals very well. So instead of going for under, you are not expected to be seeing under option on the list here. All right, so we are proceeding with the favorite team to win and both team to score. All right, so we have just 3 games. So let's look at it together. So we have Dalian Yimbo to win for the first game or both team to score. So here we have the away team to win or both team to score. So the odd is 1.32 odd. And for the next game, we have Qingdao West. So the home team is expected to win, home team or both team to score. The odd is 1.31 odd. And next we have our Shanghai Shenhua FC against our Qingdao Hainyu. So we're going for home team or both team to score. So the odd is 1.05 odd. All right, so that's all under the Chinese Super League. We are moving on to the next list. So on the next list, the league that we are looking into is under the Austrian Bundesliga, and we have up to like 3 games on the list. And the first one that you guys are seeing is the match between Rapid Wien against a TSV Artbach. So expect Rapid Wien to win and over 2.5 goals. That is automatic both team to score for us, or straight win for Rapid Wien. We have the match between Red Bull Salzburg against Austria Vienna, and we are expecting straight win for Salzburg or both team to score. We have our Storm Graz against Lask. Expect Stormgrass to win or under 2.5 goals. All right, so that's the three games that we have on the list. So two games are expected to end up as straight win or both team to score, or we go for straight win or under 2.5 goals. So let's check them out. So Austria. So the first one on the list, Salzburg to win or both team to score. That is home team or both team to score. Home team or both team to score. So Rapid Wien to win or both team to score. That is home team to win, 1.15. And the last one, Stormgrass against Lask Linz. So that is home team or under 2.5 goals. Alright, so the next game that we have on the list is under the Belgium Pro League. And the first game that we have is between Club Brugge against KV Michelin. So expect Club Brugge to win or over 2.5, or instead of over 2.5, both team to score. The next game is Union Saint Gillois against KAA Gent, and the best market option for that one is a straight win for Union Saint Gillois or both team to score. And the third game that we have is under the Bolivian League. That is always ready against Orient Petrolero, and expect a straight win for always ready or both team to score instead of these over 2.5 goals. And the fourth game on the list is the match between Rio Potosi against Club Guabira. Expect straight win for Rio Potosi or both team to score. So we have 4 games on the list. 2 games under the Belgium Pro League and just 2 games under the Bolivia League. Right, so let's check the order allocation out. So Club Brugge, we are expecting straight win for Club Brugge or both team to score instead of over 2.5 goals. So home team or both team to score. That's 1.04 odd. And for the next game, that is Union Saint Gillois. That is the home team to win or both team to score. That's 1.11 odds. And the next game is under the Bolivia Divisional Professional League. So the first one is always ready to win or both team to score. The odd is extremely ridiculous. Let's keep that. And the next game that we have on the list is Rio Potosi to win or both team to score. That's home team or both team to score. So we have 1.15 odds. All right, now so on our next list, we have some games to also look into, and we have this under this one looks like the Bosnia League. So the first game that we have on the list, I may not be able to pronounce their name. Please kindly apologize. I'm kindly forgive me for that. So this game, we are expecting the best market for it is POS. Sorry, we are going to see the name if I want to predict it, but it is under the Bosnia League. So the favorite team is expected to win and expect under 2.5 goals. And for the second game, we have a Sarajevo against a Sloga Doughboy, and let's check the best market option for that one. All right, so the best market for that is Sarajevo to win or and over 2.5 goals, but instead of over 2.5, we are going for both teams to score. And for the third game, we have a HSK String Ski against a Borak Banya. So expect the best market option according to this AI platform is a Stringiski to win and under 2.5 goals. So we are going for or. So I think this AI is actually providing the confidence level also. So I think it's okay. All right, so let's look into that. All right, so that is under the Bosnia League. So the first game supports the home team to win or both team to score. Instead of going for over 2.5, both team to score is more safe. So home team or both team to score 1.32 odd. The next game is also home team or both team to score, that is Sarajevo. So that one is 1.13 odd. And the third game, that is Strinjski, according to what we have here. Strinjski to win or under 2.5 goals. That is the home team or under 2.5 goals. That one is 1.19 odd. Alright, so let's proceed to the next list that we have. Alright, so let's look at the next games that we have on the list, which are under the Croatia League. So the first game that we have HNK Vukova against HNK Gorica, and let us look at the best option for that, which is HNK Gorica to win and under 2.5 goals. Okay, the next game is NK Varazdin against HNK Rijeka. The best market options that we can go for is HNK Rijeka to win and both team to score. The third game on the list under the Croatia League, NK Istra against JNK Dynamo Zagreb. So the best market is Dynamo Zagreb to win and over 2.5 goals. So automatically we are using both team to score. Okay, so we have two games that are expected to end up as straight win or both team to score, and we have just one game that is expected to end up as straight win and under 2.5 goals. All right, so let's go. So under the Croatia League, so here we have the away team to win or under 2.5 goals. Away team or under 2.5 goals. So that is 1.28 odd. And the next game we have the away team to win, HNK Rijeka to win or both team to score, that is 1.32 odd. And for the third game, we have Dynamo Zagreb to win or both team to score instead of over 2.5 goals. That is away team or both team to score. All right, so that's all under the Croatia League, and we are moving on to the next list that we have. All right, so on the next list, we have the Denmark First Division League, and the first game that we have there is AOS Fremad against Middelfart. So the best market option that we can go for here is straight win for AOS Fremad and over 2.5, so automatic both team to score. We have Obro IK against HB Koge. The best market is straight win for Obro and both team to score. Right, so just two games, and we are looking towards AOS and Obro. Both are highly expected to win. So that is Denmark First Division. So this one, home team, or both team to score. Home team or both team to score for the first game, and the same thing for the second game. So this one is 1.18 odd. All right, so next we are moving on to our next list. So on the next list we have the Ecuador League. So the first game is a Club Leonis against the Manta FC. The best market option here is Leonis to win or under 2.5. We have a Delphin LC against Independent Deval. So the best market is Independent to win or over 2.5. That is automatic BTTS. The third game is that Deportivo Cuenca against Orense. The best market here is Deportivo Cuenca to win or under 2.5 goals. So we have two games that are highly expected to end up either straight win or under 2.5 goals, and just one game to end up either straight win or both team to score. So let's check it out. So Ecuador League, we have here the home team to win or under 2.5. So that is 1.12 odd. And for the next game, we have the away team, which is independent to win or both team to score. That's 1.23. And the last one, we have CD Cuenca to win or under 2.5 goals. That is home team or under 2.5 goals, 1.15 odd. Alright, so that's all under the Ecuador League. So we are done with the 3 games provided. Next, we are moving on to the Denmark League. Alright, so under the Denmark League, I'll be using a different AI model, and we have a Copenhagen against Odense, and the best market option for this game is Copenhagen to win and over 2.5 goals. But instead of over 2.5, we are going for both teams to score. So the next game is Vale against Silkeborg. So the best market for this one, let me check. So Silkeborg to win plus over 2.5 goals, but that is BTTS. So for game 3, we have a Viborg against Brøndby. So the best market here is Brøndby to win and over 2.5. But instead of going for over 2.5, we'll be going for both team to score. Right, so we have all the 3 games, as you guys can see. Brøndby to win, Silkeborg to win, FCK, and we have FCK to win, Silkeborg to win, Brøndby to win. That is Copenhagen to win, Silkeborg to win, Brøndby to win. So all are expected to win, and at the same time, high probability of the game ending up as both teams to score. Right, so let's look into that. So under the Denmark Super League, Copenhagen to win or both team to score, home team or both team to score, 1.10 odd. The next game is Vale against Silkeborg to win or both team to score. That is away team or both team to score. All right, so on the next list, we have Viborg against Brøndby. So away team to win or both team to score, 1.29 odd. So the next game on the list is actually under the Egyptian League, and we have Al Masry against MP. We have the game to end up as straight win for MP and over 2.5, but instead of over 2.5, we are going for both teams to score. And the next game is Smoha SC against Ceramica Cleopatra. So the best market option here is Smoha SC to win or under 2.5 goals. So just 2 games under the Egyptian League. Right, so let's look into that. First one, we have MP to win or both teams to score. Second one, Smoha to win or under 2.5 goals. The Egyptian League. So the first game, away team to win. Actually, I don't trust this. There's a high probability that I will skip this game because the odd allocation is is looking suspicious. The odd allocation is looking suspicious. But let me check their form. Okay. Their last meeting. Okay. All right, we can still go for that. So away team to win or both team to score. That's 1.60 odd. So for the next game, we have a home team to win or under 2.5 goals. The next games that we are going to look into is under the Estonian League, and we have lots of games under this page. And on our first list, we have the match between Nome Kaiju against Nome United. So the best market option here is Kaiju to win and under 2.5 goals. But instead of under 2.5, we are going for, instead of and, we are going for or. Okay. All right. So the next game is Flora Tallinn against Transnava. So we are going for Flora to win or both team to score instead of over 2.5 goals. The next one is Aju JK against Paid. So the best market here is Paid to win or under 2.5 goals. So on the fourth list, we have a Tatu JK Tameka against Levadia Tallinn. So we are going for Levadia to win or both team to score. So that's just 4 games on the list. All right. So let's check the order allocation for each of these particular markets. So we have a Kaju to win. For the first game, we have the home team to win or the match should end up as under 2.5 goals. Home team or under 2.5 goals. That is 1.12 odd. So for the next game, we have Flora to win or over 2.5. But instead of over 2.5 goals, we are going for both team to score. That is home team or both team to score 1.08 odd. So the next game we have Tatu JK. So we are going for against Levadia. So we are going for Levadia to win or both team to score. Levadia to win or both team to score. That is away team or both team to score. So next we have a Paid or under 2.5 goals. That is away team or under 2.5 goals. 1.18 odd. All right, so that's all under the Estonia League. So we are proceeding to the next league right now. All right, so on the next page we have our game under the Finland League. The first one is Kups against AC Oulu, and the best market option here is Kups to win or both team to score. Now moving on to the Greece Super League, we have our first game against Larissa, between Larissa against Kifisias under the Greece Super League, and the best market options that we have here is Kifisias to win or both team to score. We have Astera Actor against Panetolikos Agrinio. So the best market option here is straight win for Panetolikos or under 2.5 goals. All right, I think that's all. 2 games under the Greece Super League. Okay, sorry. 3 games under the Greece Super League and just 1 game under the Finland League. 1, 2, 3. All right, so let's check it out. So the first one is under the Finland League. That is a Kups to win or both team to score. So that is under the Finland League. So the home team is expected to win here, or the match should end up as both team to score. That is 1.17 odd. So now moving on to the Greece Super League. We have just 3 games there. So we have here we have Atromitos to win or under 2.5 goals. That is a away team or under 2.5 goals. That's 1.21 odd. So next we have Kifisias to win or both team to score. So that is away team or both team to score. That is 1.35 odd. And for the next game, we have the match between Asteras Tripolis against Panetolikos Agrinio. So here we have Panetolikos to win, or the match should end up as under 2.5 goals. That is away team or under 2.5 goals. That's 1.30 odd. All right, so I think that's all under the Greece Super League. All right, so on our next list we have the games under the Iceland League. So we have match one, Akranis against K Akure, and the best market option. Let me check here. Okay, team form, high intelligence, goals profile. Both teams are scoring, but leakage goals. Okay. The next game here we have it like this, but let me check the summary table. Okay, this one is skipped. Both teams score heavily. Okay. All right, so we have Akranis to win. Akranis to win. Okay. Akranis to win or over 2.5 goals, but we can actually go for both teams to score. That is all, not a must. We go for okay. So not a must. We go for over 2.5 because both teams to score is more safe. So Akranis to win or both teams to score. So we have Klevlavik against Breda Blick. So the best pick for this one is Breda Blick to win or under 2.5 goals. Okay. All right. So Breda Blick to win or under 2.5 goals. The other one is Akranis to win. Akranis to win or both teams to score. Breda Blick or under 2.5 goals. All right. So moving on to the Iceland League. So we have Akranes, that is home team to win or both team to score. And for the next game we have the away team to win or under 2.5 goals. 1.25 odd. All right, so we have 46 games and 2,412 odds. This is highly risky games, and although they are safe options, but the higher the games, the higher the accumulator, the higher the risk. We have 46 games on the list and we are able to accumulate 2.4 thousand odds. So please make sure that you engage with care. Please kindly make sure that as you are following the games, as you guys are following the predictions, kindly make sure that you select the best out of it and don't go for the booking code. If you go for the booking code, there is high probability that you won't be able to fit out the worst game. So you can actually follow us as we are predicting the games, and pick the one that you feel like, okay, this guy is right, and based on the rationale that the AI is providing, you can also edit out your games from that. But if you are able to get the booking code and you are filtering out, you will surely leave the worst game. All right, so thanks. You can actually extract 10 odds, 20 odds from these 2,400 odds, and you can also select it all. See you guys in the next edition, whereby we'll be dropping our long sleep using our AI prompt with this amazing double chance market option. See you guys in the next video. Bye bye.